How's it? The stairways and stairs to hell. Now you're probably thinking, how on earth has this any relation to anything, even remotely, gym? Now let me take you on a little adventure, a little story, down a path, and a rather brutal one, to be completely honest with you. So for this story to make sense, it's only natural I give it a bit of context. So today was my first day of cutting after months of bulking. All right, you know, I as a original skinny boy, you know, long bean genetics, have been looking forward to this, to be completely honest with you. And I've been looking forward to also seeing the fruits of my labor. Just like Adam and Eve picked down the apple, I am going to do such as well, except I will see my physique. However, I have recently discovered, like Adam and like Eve, there are consequences for picking the naughty apple. So let me take you back a little. I wake up this morning, you know, no more carbs. I'm carb cycling, so which pretty much means Monday to Wednesday your boy isn't allowed to eat carbohydrates. Not a big deal, or at least I thought. I'm feeling chipper. I have my 6 eggs for breakfast, just with salt. You know, it's kind of boring, but I'm not one to complain. You know, I look forward to the fruits of my labor, hence I work hard for them. Now, as I get through my day, I'm at work, I get to work, and I've prepped my meal for the day, which consists of mince, and that's it, with no carbohydrates. The previous night I was chefing it up in the kitchen, small ratatouille on my head, pulling the strings, throwing the spices and herbs, and I created quite the concoction of food. So I was ready for the day. First day of the cut was going to be immaculate. Now, you may be wondering, this sounds like you're having an absolutely fantastic start to your cut. Now don't be fooled. I quickly realized the benefits of a high carbohydrate diet, which is what I had experienced during my bulk. So for those of you who don't know, I don't know the precise science behind it, but there's a reason before you ever did any sports event, mummy would pack your bag full of noodles or some form of carbohydrate, or the coach would say, have you carved up? Essentially, your body burns the carbohydrates and uses it as fuel and energy throughout the day. So when you don't have the carbohydrates, your body is burning the fat, and since I'm eating predominantly protein, the protein is being there to sustain my muscle. Ideal for a cutting situation. Now, this is where it gets scary. So time ticks on as it does at work. It's work. There's not much to it. I'm laboring away in the hot sun, you know, getting my tan on, but at the same time, because I'm a cracker, I'm probably getting burnt, and I'm gonna be feeling sick and horrible tomorrow. And not to mention, nor sound dramatic, I have had a bit of a sniffle today, and there has been a bad ailment going through my friend group, which has gotten me worried because I don't want to, you know, mess up the trajectory of my physique. So I'm brazing through it as all good men do, you know. All the memes, men when they get a cold and they man down, but then men in the military and they smiling and happy and gunshot wound. Now, that's not the case with me, because I would be completely vice versa. You shot me in the foot, I would be screaming. But since I didn't get shot in the foot and I had a sniffle, I was alright. See, sniffle. So the day commences. The time on my watch is ticking, but incredibly slowly. More than likely due to the fact that I'm watching it, which is normally not a good idea in order for time to pass faster. But the day subdues, I conquer it, I get home, and I'm ready to go to gym. So naturally, mum calls out their big strong boy Benji, bodybuilder, to come and help lift some heavy thing. Now, little did I know, said heavy thing was I kid you not, cast iron bathtub filled to the brim with soil, and she had planted some veggies in there. So naturally I thought, light work. At this point, to be fair, I did not know the bathtub was cast iron. So your boy gets into a squat position, bends the knees, straightens the back, makes sure not to lift with the back, and I brace and I stand up with the bathtub absolutely crunching my spine like this, and it doesn't move an inch. Now bear in mind, I already have no energy because I have not eaten carbohydrates. I've spent the whole day in the sun for work, which is nothing to complain about. Love the process, but it's just a factor rather than a complaint. And I'm eating significantly less than I'm used to, so I am hungry, but again, not a complaint, just part of the process. So eventually I moved the bathtub with the assistance of my brother and another, and you know, we get it in place. So now I'm exhausted and I get ready to go to gym. On my way to gym, getting out the driveway, I'd been parked in, all right? So I took up the feat of a 100-point turn, which was rather impressive if I do ask myself, and had the assistance of my father to guide me out, because I won't lie, it was legitimately like a centimeter between two cars for me to get out of the car park. So it took some time, which again exhausts me a bit. You know, I had a smile on. There's no point in complaining about things you can't control. Naturally, it does peeve you off a bit, but you know, don't succumb to such inferior and stupid emotions. So naturally, I didn't. So then I got to gym, all right? And as I was entering gym, I walk through the boom, I scan my face. It takes about 3 times because, as per usual, the bloody thing doesn't seem to recognize me, even though I'm there every day. And it goes, who the fuck is this guy? I like remove my glasses, it still goes, who the fuck are you? And then eventually I get the green tick, and I go through the boom, obviously jams, so then I have to go through the process again. then I get the green tick again, and I get through. And as I'm walking through, I see the guy. Now this guy is the guy who assists me in my cutting for this show. He's assisting me through my prep because I don't really know what the hell to do on my own. So as I'm walking through, he looks at me, smiling as he always does, but a bit too joyfully. And he's leaving, and I'm like, where's this guy going? And he says, you ready for cardio? Now I was aware I was doing cardio in the beginning of the workout. Now what I was not aware of is the form of cardio, as I've been led to believe that the cardio I was doing consisted of a treadmill of some form. Now, I was wrong. This was not a treadmill of any form. This, in fact, was a staircase that went about 100 kilometers up. Now that might be a slight exaggeration for the story, but you get the point. So I'm at the summit of the staircase looking up, you know, panting already at the thought of having to do this sort of cardio. And I lock in and I go, right, time to get serious. Your boy Benji does not shy away from a cardiovascular experience. As I have learned from running a half marathon before, stairs light work. This isn't going to affect me at all. So I get up to it, I lock my headphones in, and cardio is majoritarily mental. So if you can mentally firm it, your body will get through it. That goes for exercise in general. It's predominantly mental. So I start running up these stairs. I get told what to do. I'm going one stair, one stair, one stair. I get to the top, light work, you know. Then I come down, one stair, one stair, one stair, come across, and then he says to me, Right, now you're gonna do skipper stair. Easy, I've got long legs. This is gonna be a breeze. So I'm going skipper stair, skipper stair, skipper stair. Your quads start feeling a bit of a burn naturally because it is a lot of movement. And I'm like, all right, this is gonna be a fun experience. And before I know it, I'm back down on the ground again by the dude. Then I say, all right, what's next? And I get, quite abruptly informed that that was one set and I was proceeding to do 5. Now, you may think, oh, that's light work. Do it your fucking self. That was bloody awful. That was the worst bloody cardio experience of my life. And I have to do that every day before my training. Before I proceeded to do chest day, which you experienced. Every day. And honestly, am I too phased about it? Not particularly. Am I excited to get lean? Yes. Does it weigh out the odds of the mental turmoil that I have to withstand? Yeah, could be debated. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the story. I know I rambled on for a bit, way too long at the beginning. And we were on a bit of a time crunch here. Ooh, shit. But anyway, if you enjoyed, let me know what stories or you may want to hear next, any sort of situation I may have been in. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.